So that's it. Year 2022 has passed and we are putting it into the history books. But what have happened during this year and what surprises do the future have for us? One thing that comes as a surprise every year in this part of the world is the snowy road conditions. It takes always time for the drivers to adapt to the more careful, passive driving techniques that is needed when the roads are icy and have snow on them. During my last years that I have been doing this year in review, it has only been darker and darker, with a hope of having things getting better and better. Well, so the time is coming to just wish all of you around the world a happy new electric year. To everyone around the world, I really wish you all a happy new year. To everyone around the world, I would really wish you all happy new year. Wishes. Yes, most of the wishes are unfortunately not coming true. Or maybe it's fortunate that they are not coming true. Yeah. Anyway, but these things that have happened during the last years has affected so many people in a negative way. Some did not even survive, and others has to struggle to do everything they can to survive. Therefore, fewer of us can focus on preserving the world habitat that we all share. If we look on the carbon dioxide level curve from the Mauna Loa Observatory on Hawaii, it's not looking anything better this year than it was last year. It's still rising. What level of carbon dioxide does humans like to have in the air that we are breathing? Anyway, some good things are that we actually see more and more electric cars on the streets today. It's just growing and growing, and we can see the success of Tesla, and that is of course something that we should be very happy and positive about. Hopefully this can continue through 2023, and also that more brands are coming out with better and better EVs that people want to buy. (2022) began with that I tried the new light show that arrived to my Tesla Model 3 through an over-the-air update. See how even the charging indicator lamp is flashing with different colors. In February, it came another over-the-air update. These updates I see as a huge advantage for the Tesla brand. The car just gets better and better with more functions and features added to the car. But that means also that the interface on the screen in the car can be updated. And since some time now, there has been a new major design change. It's like a mobile phone or a software in a computer that suddenly changes the design. This year my Tesla Model 3 also became 3 years old, and then I'm legally obliged to take the car to a test facility to have the car passing through several checks in order to continue to legally drive the car. The regulations on what to check on a car has not changed in Sweden for several years, and they have definitely not adjusted to the specific characteristics on an electric car. The steering joint is being checked. All things are checked like it was a combustion engine car, minus the things that is missing on an electric car, for example the exhaust system. But this is an electric car, and one thing that interests a lot of people is how fast the car can charge at a fast, rapid, a supercharger. My Tesla Model 3 can charge up to 250 kilowatt. But it's far from every time that the maximum speed is reached. Actually, it's rather seldom, and if all the conditions are optimized and the charging rate goes on the maximum, then it's only doing so for a short while during the whole charging session. But that means that the more the battery will be filled up, the charging rate will get slower. It's like filling up a glass with water. If doing it very fast and make it completely full, it's not easy that it will be water everywhere. But filling it up without spilling, then it will take longer the last part to top it up to maximum. With a battery, it's out of question to do any spilling. Another thing that happened this year was that Tesla opened a service center in my town of Uppsala. Also, Tesla opened up several superchargers locations in Sweden for other EV brands than Tesla. What has been the result? Has it ended in complete chaos, or did it work fine? The main problem is actually unfolding right behind me, as all electric cars do not have their charging ports on the left side of the car. The place behind me is actually having its stall hijacked by the car to the right of the stall, since this car has its charging port on the right side of the car. So the red Tesla that's just arriving has now to find another stall. This EV is now actually blocking 2 stalls for other Tesla, since the length of the supercharger cable is optimized for Tesla cars, all that have their charging port in the back left side of the car. It's green. It's charging the Volvo XC40 on a Tesla charger. That's cool, right? Yes, this summer I had the opportunity to try out the Volvo XC40 Recharge, a car that very well can be a competitor to the Tesla Model 3. First thing first, the thing that most people are interested and ask about electric cars is their range. The very optimistic WLTP range that is announced by the manufacturer is 418 kilometers. But, as always, this is not the range that you can expect when driving in highway speed. I got more experience from different EV cars this year, since I took delivery of another EV that we needed for the family, an MG ZS EV. So, what did I get? I went for the comfort variant, the cheapest of the cheapest. This year was also the year where I personally celebrated my 50th birthday. I am honored and happy to have had a healthy life during half a century. Tool for my video production, for making nice pictures from different angles, is my drone. It has been a reliable tool and I have been flying with it many times in different places. It's a fantastic tool that makes extraordinary sceneries that was unthinkable of 10 years ago for a budget production that I'm doing for this channel. But a little bit more than half a year ago now, the drone started to behave strange. I fully charged the battery to 100% before every flight, and then after some time in the air, when the battery level reaches perhaps 80%, it goes to 0% directly and the drone automatically starts to land, making me having very little control over the drone. This have happened now to all my 3 drone batteries. When I prepared this episode, I wanted to get some shots from above, but it happened again, and this time the drone didn't cope and actually did a crash landing. Okay, I understand that a battery don't last so long, and I had my drone for more than 4 years, so maybe this is a natural thing that happens to the batteries. I mean, it's not an EV battery in a Tesla, but then when I checking online to buy new batteries for my drone, it turns out that they are out of stock. Well, the drone was surviving the crash quite well. Only the wings here was destroyed a little bit, but they can easily be replaced. But now I cannot trust this drone flying with these batteries when it behaves so strange. And I cannot buy new batteries either, so what should I do with this 600 euro device? Just throw it to the garbage and buy a new one? I don't like that idea. We will see what happens during next year and what decisions that I will make. Even if there has been so many negative things happening lately, perhaps or hopefully this will trigger a faster process of transforming our society to use only renewable energy. We should try to make the right decisions, not stop hoping, and we can continue to do our wishes. Therefore, I take the risk even this year. So, anyway, now it's time to say a happy new year to all of you there around the world.